artificial salmon is completely repurposed and it's completely eco-friendly. We've repurposed all of our fabrics. We recycle them, we go to the local shops like Goodwill, and then we find fabrics that still have plenty of wear left, and we cut them apart and use those fabrics for our clothes. Well, fashion is, what people wear is just an art in its own way. It's the way that people express themselves, their character, and what we do is working with customers and doing custom orders, so really meeting the person and seeing trying to figure out their character and then putting it into their clothes so that we can create something that they love.
Well, as costume design majors, we're required to work in the costume shop. And while working in the costume shop, our sewing skills are showed off to other students who have to learn how to sew in their costuming course. So while we're there, we got a lot of requests from students like, hey, can you hem my pants? Can you make me a skirt? Can you do this? And I figured if I'm going to be doing this anyway and taking these requests from students, like I might as well do my own spin on it rather than hash out designs that they've got in their mind, because Sarah and I understood the steps it takes to complete a constructed garment, and a lot of times their designs weren't working. So once we tweaked them, we realized we have a line here. So let's do this, My education is theater-based, and that has helped fuel my imagination as I segue into fashion. Socially, Shenandoah was super demanding, so my networking skills have skyrocketed as far as fostering relationships with other artists, fostering relationships with other business professionals, and having the Harry F. Byrd Business School there has helped me meet business-minded individuals as well as the creative types. So, the options are endless as far as collaborating with people towards a common goal.
At one point, I read that creative energy is the electric current that drives all things, and so the nice thing about Shenandoah, one of the really great things about Shenandoah is that there's creative energy all around us, from the arts programs to right here in physical therapy. Every day, physical therapists have to use their creative energy in order to engage their clients. This is an online class, so there's not a lot of just personal interaction, and so that makes it, I think, a little bit more difficult than your normal class, because I'm not speaking to them and having that daily interaction. So it's through discussion boards and through the assignments that they have to do that they find something that gives them a passion about private practice. One of the first assignments that I have them do is a aptitude test to be an entrepreneur. And they're all over the web. You can find them and you score yourself and find that aptitude. And I think what's really interesting is finding the people that had no idea that they had this aptitude to go out on their own, be bold and creative. And so there's always that person that comes back on the discussion board with this high score for that never knew it. And so they're kind of excited to think, oh, it might be that person that might have my own practice. Kind of the basic idea of the course is to give them an idea of the steps that it's going to take from start to finish to start a practice. So it basically follows a guide that was put out by the American Physical Therapy Association on starting your own private practice. But then what I've incorporated is my own experience in starting two businesses of my own in private practice, and what it takes, just the nuts and bolts part of how do you go apply for a license for Frederick County for a business license, and then it culminates in writing a business plan, and they do that as a group project, and that's kind of fun because you see just tons of creation or creative energy there with the students as they put together, where they're going to practice, their name, how they're going to incorporate their business, and so they put together an entire business plan. And what I like about the class is that if they keep this, and that's what I encourage them at the beginning, if they keep what they did here in this class, they have everything they need to start their business when they go out.
Shenandoah has given me the ability to see in all different perspectives. So I think it might be the fact that I am a triple major and I get the political side, and the legal side, and then the business side, along with the IT side. It's given me the ability to look at a situation or a problem and really figure out all the different attributes and all the different variables that go into that problem. So I actually had an interview with HP a couple of weeks ago, and within the interview, they said that they absolutely loved the way I was able to connect business with technological needs and the political side of all things. So I do believe that Shenandoah has given me those skills to be able to think outside the box and think about a problem in a different way. When I came in as a freshman, I didn't really know anything about business or anything. I was just a musician that played in a band and did some DJing on the side. My sophomore year, I had a class with Dr. Wynn, and he taught me about LLCs and creating corporations. And that's when I was like, well, I have all the equipment. Let's go into an LLC and let's make it legitimate. And from that, I created an LLC, and I began to DJ at homecomings, proms, local schools. Loudoun County is where I'm from, so Northern Virginia. So I was able to do work with them just simply because I was incorporated. My Shenandoah education has helped me develop my career goals by, specifically the business school has helped me show the role of how business is created, how a mission statement is created, how we use business needs or business logic to solve everyday problems. So I was able to create a mission statement for my company, create a strategic plan on where my company is going to go, and a strategic plan for my life. Where do I want to go? What do I want to do in the next 5 years? And how am I going to get there? And how am I going to succeed? So the business school specifically has really provided me with the tools to exceed, whether it be grad school or whether it be a job at HP or so forth. But as in right now with school, it's a great way to have a little bit more income for me as a college student, and it's a great way for me to start using the business tools that I'm learning, as in marketing, advertising, communication, negotiations, start to use what I learned in school in everyday real life. So it's a great resume booster as of right now, and I really hope that it continues to grow and it continues to get bigger and bigger as I keep going.